Hello, and welcome to our first ever Async panel on the new habits of winning go-to-market teams. My name's Nick, President at Pitch, and if you don't know us yet, we're a presentation tool for teams. I'm here to present the themes that we'll be tackling today and to introduce you to the panelists that you'll be hearing from. So let's get started, sit back and enjoy. Since this is our first ever Async panel, let me take a quick moment to introduce myself and to explain what it is you're tuning into here. I'm Nick, and I co-lead Pitch with our CEO, Christian Rieber. If you know him, he's the quintessential product guy and spends every day thinking about how to make Pitch a better, stronger, and more delightful tool. If you have feedback or ideas, you can catch him on Twitter. Meanwhile, I lead our go-to-market strategy, and I work together with Christian to take Pitch from best-in-class product to world-beating business. I've previously led go-to-market teams at places like Circle CI, Stripe, and Meta. I'll spare you the whole story, but you can find me on LinkedIn. Next, I'll explain what an async panel is and what we'll be discussing today. So what exactly are you watching? We've combined two of Pitch's newest features, recordings and publishing, to make something completely new, async panels. Think of these as like a webinar or a conference talk, except that you don't have to register or travel for it. You can watch it again anytime, and you can even speed up the playback if that's your thing. In this panel, we're going to take a close look at the new habits of winning go-to-market teams. Here's what this is all about. If you've been in tech as long as I have, you'll agree that we've undoubtedly entered a brave new era in the last year. The lingering impact of the pandemic and the severe market downturn have combined to change the go-to-market calculus for many startups and to change the chemistry of their sales teams. A lot of leaders have been telling me that they're back at the drawing board, looking for new ways to get their sales teams to gel and deliver. Some are embracing a fully remote future, whereas others are calling teams back to the office. Everyone knows that the tried and true team building tactics still exist, but no one's quite sure what works anymore. We need a new recipe for building, scaling, and leading go-to-market teams, and this panel takes a close look at what that recipe should be. Now, let me introduce our panelists. We'll be hearing from John Palazzolo. John is Senior Sales Engineering Manager at cloud computing company Snowflake. He brings 15 plus years of experience in enterprise software and is all about building teams that are customer-centric, highly motivated, laser-focused, and empowered. We'll be hearing from Stephanie McSwiney. She is VP of Sales at brand management platform Frontify. Stephanie brings nearly 2 decades of experience in the IT industry and thinks deeply about how technology can not only support a business, but to enable it to gain agility and competitive advantage. And finally, we'll be hearing from Ali Miller. Ali is Director of Sales at behavioral analytics platform Hotjar. He leads multiple teams focused on acquiring new business, growing Hotjar's revenue, and giving teams of all sizes the insights they need to create the experiences their users love. Here's our panel's take on what SaaS leaders should be doing in our new era to be building winning go-to-market teams.
Snowflake as a market leader, we've learned a few things along the way. First, we've truly understood the pains and challenges that our customers are facing and the business problems we're going to solve. If we can't solve these business problems, there's no way you're getting out of an early adopter phase and you're just going to be left with a bunch of cool tech. Next, we listened to our customers. We understood what our customers were asking for, and we innovated based upon that. We listened to them, we delivered, and these became our new competitive moats as we've evolved as a company. And once we hit success, we had to get everyone on the same page. Sales team, marketing, products, everyone needed to be speaking the same language and playing off the same playbook. So understanding the pains and challenges that we were solving and the business problems we were going to help our customers achieve was very important in order to scale across the organization. Thank you very much. I'm John Palazzolo, and it's been great being able to share this story with you.
Hi, I'm Ali Miller, Director of Sales for Hotjar. So a recent Gartner study suggested that 43% of buyers no longer want to speak to sales during their buying process. This to me clearly signals that we're in a different era for sales and we need to do some things differently if we're going to win with our go-to-market strategies. Buyers today have more information than they've ever had before. But that same study actually suggests that the sheer volume of information is actually hindering decision-making processes. So I believe we need to do 3 things to ensure that we win with our go-to-market strategy. We need to make sure that we meet customers where they want to be met, when they want to be met, and with relevant information. What we need to understand is that whilst customers have more information than they've ever had before, we actually have the ability to have more data on our potential buyers than we've ever had before. Whether you're using a freemium model and you're getting the customer's usage on how they're using your product, you're collecting information from your website, or you're using a behavioral analytics tool. What we want to do is three key things to make sure we're leveraging that data. Firstly, we want to ensure where do they want to be met? What is the channel? What is their platform they prefer to be communicated with? Secondly, when is the best time to contact them? Do we have the ability for the customer to raise their hand and let us know they want to be spoken to? And equally, do we understand what potential signifiers are that mean this would be a good time to speak to our customer? And lastly, and most importantly, what we want to make sure we do is take all of that information we have and make sure that our communication is loaded with empathy and context so that we can give buyers not only an experience that's enjoyable, but also gets them to the point of decision, even if that decision is not our product. We'll have a better chance at success in future if we ensure we get our product prospects to the point of making a decision. Win or lose, we'll gain valuable feedback on how our product works and how our go-to-market strategy is positioned. That's it.
Hi everyone, this is Stephanie McSwiney. I'm the VP Sales here at Frontify. Scaled our team from around 2 to over 60 salespeople globally, and I give you today my take on what it takes to build a winning team. I think it's threefold. For me, it's really about three core elements. It's about having a great product, adjusting business strategy, and also engaging staff. So the great product I tick off, really starting with adjusting business models. So we really had to adjust not only processes, but also policies, make them much more flexible for this new way of working. We also had to adjust the underlying tech stack to really support all these new changes. Also, we really wanted to engage our employees, and that meant definitely a change in collaboration. Collaboration is really what fuels our success as a company, and we had to really go away to remote. So we adjusted onboarding, training, enablement to fully remote. That means a mixture of live sessions, on-demand self-study, but also self-recordings. And then secondly, we went to asynchronous knowledge sharing meetings, so everything around one-to-ones, team meetings. We really tried to do asynchronous. So firstly, we shared slide decks so everybody could get prepared. So you were really, really, really engaged in those meetings and also had time for personal stuff, personal feelings, which is super important in this time as well. Also, part of engaging staff, we introduced employee engagement platform to really measure success of all these things, really understand what's working well, doubling down on that, but also understanding what's not working well in certain teams and trying to adjust that accordingly. So again, my take is three things: great product, adjusting business models, and also engaging your employees. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right. A big thank you to our panelists for stepping up and taking on the topic. If you'd like to connect with them, you can find their LinkedIn profiles at the links on this slide. If you've enjoyed this panel and have an idea for a topic or a guest, or just general feedback on the format, then please do get in touch with us on Twitter. And finally, I would love to hear from you. How are you helping your teams find momentum and focus right now? Drop me a line on LinkedIn or at nick@pitch.io and let's talk.